Many thanks for joining me for the next 20 odd minutes on this Tuesday edition of Primetime News. I'm Michael Madimba. We commence tonight's top segment on a rather somber note. Earlier today, a tragic head-on collision claimed one life on the B2 road between Swakopmund and Arandis, involving a cargo delivery truck and a pickup truck. According to police reports, the accident was attributed to poor visibility caused by a severe sandstorm. We take this opportunity to alert would-be travelers on the B2 road to exercise utmost caution and adhere to necessary safety measures. Meanwhile, still in the Erongo region, during his State of the Region address, Governor Neville Andre Itope disclosed that over 12,000 orphans and vulnerable children in the Erongo region are currently benefiting from social grants totaling a monthly expenditure of 2.8 million Namibian dollars. Let's hear more from this insert.
During the reporting period, focusing on statistics in Erongo region alone, the number of children on the grant system stand at 11,261 and a total amount of 2.8 million Namibian dollars is paid on a monthly basis to the beneficiaries, while 14,300 people are on old age grants and a total amount of 18.5 million Namibian dollars is paid to the elderly on a monthly basis. 303,178 people are receiving disability grants at an amount of 4.1 million Namibian dollars per month. These numbers are cumulative numbers and varies from month to month, and as new registrations are added on the system as they are being approved. In summary, what I'm saying, in Erongo region alone, government spent 33.7 million Namibian dollars per year on children grants, and for old age grants, a total of 223 million Namibian dollars per year on old age grants, and for disability grant, a total of 49.6 billion Namibian dollars per year. Is that not a stand? I think.
Staying with the Erongo State of the Region address, Governor Neville Andre Itope has disclosed that the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture is taking measures to address the growing demand for school placements in the region through the construction of additional classrooms and ablution blocks. Isabel Bento furnishes us with this report.
The region was allocated 30 teaching posts for 2022, but a total number of 101 permanent posts filled. These include 5 principals, 7 heads of departments, and 89 teachers due to resignation and retirement of staff members. The 2022 examination results reflected a downward trend in the performance of the Namibia Senior Secondary Certificate Advanced Subsidiary, NSSCAS, and Namibia Senior Secondary Certificate Ordinary, NSSCO. Erongo region was ranked 4th in the NSSCAS examinations and 6th in the NSSCO examination. As a region that used to be the best performing region in the country in academic performance, we are not satisfied with this result, and we are working on improving our academic performances across all grades.
Shifting our focus to another topic. In a media statement released on Monday, the Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism announced its plan to facilitate the sustainable hunting of an old post-reproductive black rhino bull during the current hunting season, which will conclude in November 2023. Now, according to the statement, registered Namibian companies affiliated with the Namibia Tourism Board are requested to submit written financial hunting offers in Namibian dollars for consideration in this endeavor. We have more on this report.
Furthermore, the statement said old age rhinos become non-reproductive in a population, and some would even cause territorial fights that may injure and cause mortalities to reproductive young bulls. The funds generated from the sustainable hunting of old post-reproductive black rhino bulls are deposited into the Game Product Trust Fund account, which will support general conservation in the country, particularly the investment into anti-poaching activities. It also supports activities aimed at mitigating and reducing the impact of human-wildlife conflict on communities that share the same living space with wild animals. The statement also added that a 20% discount will be given to companies with at least 20% ownership by formerly disadvantaged Namibians, and a 10% discount for companies with formerly disadvantaged Namibians at the professional hunter big game level. Reporting for Primetime News, Diana Kauta.
On to our next story. On Sunday morning, a startling discovery was made at Farm Archombonde in the Kalkveld district when a cattle herder stumbled upon a human skeleton and promptly alerted the police. Inspector Maureen Beer, the head of community affairs in the Otjiwazenjupa region for the Namibian Police Force, confirmed on Monday that the skeletal remains included a skull and various bones, including ribs, legs, arms, as well as a backbone. Inspector Beer also mentioned that several items such as sandals, a blue jacket and a woman's underwear were also found at the scene. In light of this development, the Otjiwazenjupa Police is appealing to the local community to come forward if they have any information about a missing adult woman who fits the description. Investigations into the matter are still ongoing. Stay tuned for the business segment. Welcome to the Primetime Biz segment, where we delve into the latest news on business, economics and development. We begin with housing matters. The mass housing project in Swakopmund is making significant progress, with the completion of the first 66 houses expected by the end of July. The remaining houses are projected to be finished by May 2024. Our Swakopmund-based correspondent brings us this report.
I now want to move on delivery of urban land, housing and sanitation. Housing is the most intimate setting of every Namibian family and potentially its most valued asset. The delivery of urban land and housing is an urgent undertaking that involves overlapping stakeholders, market and legal system for accessing land, finance services like water, electricity, sewer, and eventually construction. Mass housing project in Namibia, in Swakopmund. I am pleased to report that the Namibian government has heard the plea of the people through effectively solving the dispute on the mass housing project. This matter has been a concern to my office and equally to the central government. Hence, this issue has been resolved. The renovation and construction has started for 319 houses. I am reliably informed that by the end of this month, the first 66 houses will be delivered to the new owners. While the final batch of houses will be completed by the end of May 2024. Is that not something good?
Irongo Governor Nevo Andre Tope has appealed to regional leaders to lend their support to the Dauras green hydrogen project, emphasizing the importance of community involvement and reaping the benefits it presents. Our correspondent Isabel Bento brings us the latest report from the Governor's State of the Region address.
The governor in his State of Region address recently expressed confidence that the project will bring great relief to the region in terms of employment and housing, with over 2,000 residents envisaged to benefit from the hydrogen village.
Green Hydrogen Consortium is constructing the Dauras Green Hydrogen Village, an ammonia production facility in Irongo region. The project will showcase the sustainable production of green hydrogen and ammonia from renewable sources, demonstrate green hydrogen applications, pilot a green hydrogen economy with export potential for hydrogen derivatives, while creating research opportunities for local and international students.
That concludes our top segment for tonight. Now, let's take a look at the weather forecast and how the Mercury will respond to the prevailing weather conditions across the country, followed by our Econ Roundup. Welcome to Sport Planet, your source for all things action-packed in the world of sports. Our sports correspondent Hezron Kapanga is currently in Paris, France, providing coverage of the 2023 Paris World Para-Athletics Championships. He reports that Namibia's T11 female sprinter Lahia Ishitile and her guide Sam Shimanda have advanced to the final of the women's T11 400-meter race, once again setting a new African record. Now, at the 2023 Paris World Para-Athletics Championships, Ashitile and Shimanda clocked a remarkable time of 58.38 seconds, surpassing the previous record of 58.46 seconds, set just the previous night. This outstanding performance not only sets a new African record, but also eclipses the previous mark of 58.97 seconds achieved during their participation in the 2016 Rio Paralympic Games in Brazil. Meanwhile, T11 male Paralympic sprinters Chris Kinda and his guide Rivaldo Gorgasep, as well as Ananias Chikongo and his guide Evan Shiwichu, displayed exceptional performances on Monday morning, securing their spots in the semi-finals of the men's T11 400 meters after winning their respective heats. The ongoing International Paralympic Committee 2023 World Para-Athletics Championships in Paris, France, have attracted over 1,300 athletes from 107 nations, all vying for a total of 168 medals. During Monday morning's events, Chikongo and Shiwichu were the first Namibian athletes to compete on the track, clocking an impressive time of 52.82 seconds, which secured them a victory in the heat. Likewise, their teammates Kinda and Gorgasep won their heat with a time of 52.44 seconds, ensuring their advancement to the semi-finals. Many thanks, Hezron, for keeping us abreast with the action from the championships. Your sports roundup is up next. On that final note, we've reached the conclusion of tonight's broadcast. We sincerely thank you for tuning in and appreciate your viewership. If you're new to our platform, we encourage you to follow the prompts on your screen, subscribe for daily updates, and engage with us by liking, sharing, and recommending our channel to your family and friends. By doing so, you contribute to the growth of our platform and help us deliver content that resonates with you, our audience. Join me tomorrow as we bring you the Wednesday edition of Primetime News. From myself, Michael Madimba, along with our dedicated and creative team behind the scenes. It's good night.